1,500 students. Follow me.
The school has achieved countless awards for sports, the arts, and overall academics.
Although students in MCI are unique in many ways, they all share one similarity. They have a passion for music.
These students are influenced by music every day. Music impacts MCI students both positively and negatively.
All down the next now, be son.
iPod Touch, 4th generation, $299. Dr. Dre headphones, $110. One CD, $12. Enjoyment from the music, priceless.
An average teenager spends about $300 for a music player and $200 for a nice pair of headphones.
Do you own an iPod or an MP3 player?
Yes.
Do you own an iPod?
Do you own an iPod?
Sure. Do you own an iPod?
Yes.
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 Do you own an iPod?
Yeah.
Do you own an iPod?
Yeah.
Do you own an iPod?
Based on our survey conducted on 65 MCI students, 54 students do own a music player and 11 students do not own a music player. Now from these results we can conclude that 83% of MCI students own a music player.
But the question is, why do teenagers spend so much time and money on music? What makes music such a great influence in their lives?
To find out, we asked a few MCI students, and this is what they had to say. What kind of music do you listen to?
In general, I listen to like more so rap and hip hop, but at times I listen to more subtle rock and sometimes a little heavy here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
My favorite artists usually are they range from Notorious B.I.G. to Kanye to Jay, as well as some female artists such as Lauryn Hill and groups such as Blackstreet, as well as the Fugees.
And how often do you listen to music in class or school?
I listen to music in between periods because I found that it's kind of distracting in class. Because if I want to listen to my music, I want to listen to it really loud, and in class you really can't do that. So.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a variety of genres of music.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
I like listening to Linkin Park, Serani, as well, just a whole bunch of various artists.
Do they influence your life?
In ways depending on like my mood on different occasions. So
How often do you listen to music in class or at school?
every day I listen to my music as much as I can, unless I'm told to put it away. Sometimes I might sneak it, but I listen to my music when I want.
So, what kind of music do you listen to?
Well, technically on my iPod there's like a very large array of different music, like there's like a bunch of different genres, so like from one minute there'll be like rock songs or pop or like even country music, so yeah.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
I don't really have a favorite artist, but if I had to choose it would be like Mariana's Trench, just because they're very rockish and then they make me really happy and they get me really pumped for whatever I'm doing.
So, do they influence your life?
Not really my life because I don't really use their lyrics to like take on anything, but like they put me in a good mood and that's basically the point.
How often do you listen to music in class or school?
I'm a good person, I don't listen to music during class, but I do listen to it when I walk home, so I guess like 20-25 minutes.
So what kind of music do you listen to?
I don't really listen to like mainstream music. I listen to more the lyrics, and if the beat is good, then I just like listen to the song.
Are there any certain artists who make really good lyrics?
I don't really look at the artist. I look more of the lyrics and the beat. So I don't listen to music just because of the artist.
How often do you listen to music in class or at school?
In class, I mostly do it to work. I use it to concentrate.
Over the past decade, music trends have changed dramatically.
So what kind of music did you listen to as a teenager?
When I was a teenager, I mostly listened to pop and rock. I also listened to a lot of jazz and classical music because I really liked that as well. And of course, like dance and techno, electronica was huge in the early 90s as well.
What kind of changes do you see in the music trends over the years?
In terms of pop music, like popular, whether it's rap or rock or just like regular pop music, I see that many of the singers today are actually less talented, I think, because of technology. It's been able to mask a lot of lack of talent. So, and you go to concerts today and everything is electronic. Like no one actually, or very few people actually sing acoustic, especially big stars. I'm talking like, you know, like Britney Spears and Kesha and, you know, those types of pop singers. So again, like computerized music, songs are just really poorly written. Like there's kind of this formula that just constantly comes up, and if you listen to a lot of music today, it's actually all the same, just the lyrics are kind of changed, and even the chord progressions are very simple, like ridiculously simple. And I think back to some of the best bands like Queen, for example, who sang everything and their harmonies are very intricate. It was way more complicated than it is today, and it really should be the other way around. I mean, if we're getting smarter as a society, then so should music.
What do you think makes music good?
I think good music tells a story. It tries to connect with the listener in terms of like some sort of emotional connection, whether it's a happy thing, a sad thing, or the loss of something. And I also think that good music has to come from someone who's talented in order for it to be meaningful. If it's fluff music, I think like Kesha, for example, there's really no message behind a lot of what she sings about. It's good to listen to. It's like candy for your ears, but you know, you only want so much candy. After a while, you want some substance.
You get tired of it.
Yeah, exactly.
So as a music teacher, how do you think music influences you?
Music, so for me, has always been kind of an escape from reality, and I'll be the first to admit that it really helped me get through high school because the music we were playing and that I was listening to connected with me on maybe a more emotional level, especially on an intellectual level. And because I do it every day, I enjoy my job because I do exactly what I love, and I get to learn about my students' musical tastes, and it becomes really rewarding to be a music teacher.
So what made you choose music as your career? Was it the escape that you get from it?
Kind of, I guess. I couldn't imagine doing anything that I didn't like doing, especially if you consider life being, say, 80 or 90 years. And let's say you start your life at about 20, well, you've got, 60 years of something that you really want to do that is going to be enjoyable for you. 60 years is a long time. I wouldn't want to be sitting as an accountant, crunching numbers, thinking, why didn't I do something that I liked, rather than, be an accountant, or whatever the case may be. So I did what I really enjoyed and what I was really good at. And so that was my passion. So I couldn't imagine going into anything else.
And how do you think music impacts MCI students?
I'm sorry. What?
How do you think music impacts MCI students?
Music's all around us, so I would never be able to buy the fact that music doesn't relate to anybody. I think music can really make or break life in high school. I think any arts, really. If there was no music and no TV like shows like drama, like acting, and if there was no dance, and if there was no literature and no visual art, what would we have?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.